Yo, yo, what up? Alright, I'm seeing something that is, uh, let's say, hopeful and a little um, worrying, to say the least, at the same time. And that is that the same people that were so outlandishly, amazingly, ridiculously on the bandwagon of Trump and Republicans and all of that garbage can all of a sudden flip. And they actually see proof of a few of the things that Trump actually said he was going to do. But here's just one of the things. Trump and the Republicans have been doing the other things my whole life, which is fucking everything else up. The economy, for one thing, which is kind of an envelope term for multiple things. It's an umbrella term for multiple things. But basically it means if you are not a mega rich person, making your entire life fucking worse. Taking a big boot, usually figuratively, and crushing it under your windpipe. And they voted for that, and now they're like, they are doing that. Now I hate them. And why that's worrying that group of people is flipping is because if we have free elections and a different side gets voted in, I'm very I'm very skeptical that those people are going to have the patience uh, that might be necessary uh, to allow for enough time and enough um, policy change and effort to undo the not only the amount of crap damage that Trump and his cronies have done just this time, but all the damage has been done over the past 40 fucking years. It's been 40 years of fuck uppery. And what, you want it done? You want it undone in 1 year? 2 years? Come on. Jesus couldn't undo this shit in 2 years. It's gonna require some patience. If it's able to be undone in 4 or 8 years, you should be like, damn, that was that was unbelievable. These people need to have another 20 years, a whole generation. And if somehow they don't deliver, then we can have a discussion about where to go from there. But like I said, I am really worried that these people will be fickle as crap and will fall for the Fox News onslaught of garbage that the 60, 65, 70-year-olds believed. The scaremongering. I'm worried. That being said, I think all the other people like me that stopped voting, I stopped voting after the whole Hillary debacle. For me, the Hillary debacle was, dude, you had Bernie right there. Right there, you had Bernie, and you were like, we'll go with Hillary. And I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm out. I was like, done. That's when I stopped voting Democrats. I think they chose Hillary because two reasons. One, she was she was a woman, and especially at that time, Democrats were like, well, she checks the box of a woman, and we just had first black president, so we're gonna keep riding that train of first, first this. If she was a woman and gay, they would have been like, oh, we're definitely gonna win on this, and I'd been like, oh. Like, no, just because no, just because you're doing first something doesn't mean like, oh, definitely gonna happen. No. You can't play that game. And second of all, she's entrenched. She's a senator she put in the time. She had that like, well, I've been doing this for 30 years. It's my time to, that Chris Rock movie, Head of State. That guy has that line. The other guy has the line like, I've put in my time. It's my time to win. I've been doing this for whatever years. It's my time. I think that was a movie when he said that. And it's like, yeah. Those are the two reasons that I think they went with her. Woman, gonna be the first woman. Like that alone, like totally should like bring everybody together. And I was just like, the total lack of the Democratic Party's ability to hold a mirror to itself and also at the same time look at the country and like just go to a random house, knock on the door and be like, what the fuck do you think? And just, 10 random houses that are not in a rich neighborhood, but in like the neighborhood that I grew up in, which is a suburb that was built in the 50s and like got like just very regular working class people. And by the way, my suburb was a border suburb. Ghetto, my suburb, rich people. We know what it's about. We had first. We had in-person education. Um, um, so yeah, that's when that's all of that. And like I said, I'm worried, but um, I don't know. I kind of briefly a little hinted at this. I think this time might be bringing people like me who stopped voting back to the voting booth, especially because Trump and the MAGA people and everything. They're too fucked up to ignore anymore. People like me we gotta come back to the voting booth. It's too dangerous now to ignore. We gotta come back and vote, and hopefully there's actual genuinely good either Democrats or independents that I can look at them when they come around and I can be like, that looks like someone that wants to give universal health care and free education and free school lunches and all of this shit that should have been done 30 years ago, or at least just a Democrat. Someone that someone that the 40 people that are gonna propose that shit, someone that will vote with that shit because, well, I'm a Democrat. I'm gonna vote for that bill. Someone that will just vote along the party lines. Be a good little soldier. So yeah. And the district I'm in now, Pete Sessions. Apparently, I just looked it up. Got it. I think his name is Mark Lorenzo. Is running. He does not look particularly impressive. I didn't really investigate any of his policies, but he looks like just another old guy. And I'm just like, that guy. I really just don't want to vote for another guy that looks like he's like 70 some, in between 60 and 70. So I think we need people that I think we need. And I'm sorry if you're like 60 plus years old, but I really don't want to vote for anyone that's 60 plus years old anymore. I just, it is kind of ageist, but that's just kind of the way I'm feeling right now. Kind of because, kind of because Trump and Biden have so soured me on that generation of people that I got a bad taste in my mouth for those people. Even though Bernie Sanders has been really good, I'm just like, I really don't want to take a chance on that generation. anymore. Um, they kind of blew it for y'all. It sucks. It sucks if you're in that generation and you're really feeling like I got something to offer. If you do, if you are in that generation and you feel like you have something to offer, I think you got a tough hill to climb. But if you do, if you are and you do, then go for it because this is America and reach for the mountain. You know? I am not unwinnable. And I know other people aren't unwinnable either. So there you go. Tax the rich, decap the rich, and boobs.